As one of the prominent stars in Hollywood's film industry, Angelina Jolie is currently receiving significant attention from the public and the media. This attention is not only focused on her career but also extends to her personal stories. Wild, fond of chaos yet filled with compassion are fundamental attributes of Angelina Jolie. Angelina's life, whether in moments of pain or happiness, bears the imprint of her father, actor Jon Voight. During her early days in the profession, Angelina was guided by her father. This included her role as a 7-year-old girl in the film Lookin' to Get Out, 1982, where she acted alongside her father. Angelina is the result of Jon Voight's second marriage. His first marriage to Liesl, a stage actress in 1962, quickly ended. In 1971, Voight met Marceline Bertrand, a young actress, at a Hollywood party while participating in the film Midnight Cowboy. Their wedding happened swiftly. 2 years later, Marceline gave birth to their first son, James Haven Voight, followed by their daughter, Angelina Jolie Voight. However, happiness departed from the Voight family shortly after Angelina Jolie's birth, just 1 year later. The marriage broke down simply because, at that time, Marceline focused on caring for their 2 very young children, while Jon Voight was a hot actor after starring in Midnight Cowboy. He was always surrounded by a plethora of beautiful young girls. He became a film star, even having relationships with the gay community to the extent that some claimed Voight was gay himself. Due to this, for a very long time, Angelina Jolie avoided facing her father. She believed that all the pain was caused by him for her mother. Marceline Bertrand passed away from cancer in 2007, at the young age of 56. The sudden death of her mother left Angelina completely devastated. Since childhood, she lived with her mother and brother, lacking the affection of her father. She harbored such resentment towards her father that she vowed never to meet him. However, when Angelina Jolie married actor Brad Pitt for the 3rd time, with both adopted and biological children, she reconsidered her stance. Nothing is more precious than family bonds, something that cannot be bought with money or fame. My father and I can never close our hearts to each other, she once responded in an interview with People magazine. Known as Mrs. Smith, Angelina's nickname after starring in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, she stated, "My father and I have started talking again, and we often write letters to each other. My parents were the ones who educated me, shaped my character, and instilled in me the ability to act in my profession. Both of my parents are very caring and passionate about charitable activities. I believe I have inherited a lot from them. I don't want my children to grow up thinking they are the offspring of famous people. In everyday life, I don't have the demeanor of a film actor, and I want my children not to think that way about their parents." Angelina Jolie Voight was born on June 4, 1975, and was a fashion model before entering the world of cinema. Her acting career has brought her glory with prestigious awards in Hollywood. Angelina touched the world when she became the Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR. Her footsteps have left a mark across Africa, visiting some of the poorest countries on the planet to stir political interest and concern. When the final scenes of Lara Croft, Tomb Raider were completed, it marked a significant turning point in Angelina Jolie's life. On August 27, 2001, in Geneva, Switzerland, Angelina Jolie officially became a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations. On the day she assumed this role, Angie couldn't hide her emotions as she recounted her visit to Afghan refugees in Pakistan. "It's hard to put into words because everything is so terrible. I think because we have no sign of this for the world to see. I was really surprised sitting with mothers, babies, chatting with them. They are kind, lovable, cheerful, generous people who are always grateful even if you give them a small gift. They are living in conditions that no American can accept even for a few days. Angie is willing to do everything possible to alleviate the suffering that refugees worldwide endure after political conflicts, and violence. Not only does she invest effort, but she also contributes financially to charitable work. She has donated millions of dollars to charitable funds and embarked on many dangerous trips to Africa and Asia. From being a star known for sexual scandal and eccentric antics, Angie has undergone a complete transformation. I feel for those who only pursue material values, hoping they realize that it's not the purpose of life." Recalling the days of hardship in Africa, Angie recounts, "I flew to tropical forests in first class on the plane. When I set foot in many devastated lands, I truly realized the value of life. Appearing in front of the public with glamorous clothes, makeup, and seductive poses on magazines, partying all night long, I now have to choose carefully. I feel it's challenging to return to that glamorous world." In her 2 marriages, Angelina Jolie has never mentioned giving birth. Responding to the media, Angie consistently asserted, "No, I never want to get pregnant." I will adopt. In August 2001, when interviewed by Larry King on a live television program on CNN, Angelina also stated that she only wanted to adopt and had no intention of getting pregnant. Many people see giving birth as the duty of being a mother, but for me, witnessing children in need of a home, a decent meal, lacking the love of parents, giving birth is no longer important. However, everything changed when Angie co-starred with Hollywood star Brad Pitt in the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. Suddenly, they became the most beautiful couple in Hollywood, constantly appearing together, despite Brad Pitt's then-wife, Jennifer Aniston, being upset and jealous. Angelina's representative did not comment on this event. However, things became clear eventually. Brad Pitt officially divorced his wife and started living with Angelina Jolie. While Jennifer was the epitome of sweetness and gentleness, Angelina was associated with the nickname Bad Girl. Due to her early fame, she lived a rebellious life, faced drug addiction rumors, and had a penchant for self-destruction. Additionally, she had been through 2 divorces. One would think that a woman who once loved passionately to the extent of wearing a necklace containing her husband's blood would do everything to win the man for herself. However, Angelina chose to remain silent for a long time, until April 2005, when Brad and Jen announced their separation. Mr. and Mrs. Smith still did not officially acknowledge their relationship. The public implicitly understood they belonged to each other when Brad went on vacation with Angelina and her adopted son, Maddox, in Kenya. Around the beginning of 2006, a judge in California revealed that the actress had changed the adopted child's last name from Jolie to Jolie Pitt. Indeed, not long after that, Angelina announced her pregnancy, with Brad being the father. In December 2006, the most seductive Hollywood star opened up for the first time about her relationship with Brad Pitt in Vogue magazine. Angelina admitted that their romance blossomed during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. From an unusual friendship and a harmonious collaboration at work, their love developed seemingly without them realizing it. I noticed myself being excited and hot on the set. Whether it was a scene of gunfire, dancing, or discussing scenes, we both felt really happy being together. As she shared, until the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith concluded, they only maintained a close friendship. We spent most of our time sharing plans, desires in life, and realizing there were many similarities. They have 3 biological children and 3 adopted ones together. Brad Pitt is the one who influenced Angelina to change her views on having children. She accepted getting pregnant not just once but twice, including one time with twins, while her career was at its peak. Regarding Brad Pitt's divorce from Jennifer Aniston, the media at that time speculated that the breakup was due to Aniston's reluctance to have children because she was afraid it would affect her figure, while Pitt eagerly anticipated parenthood. The New York Post commented, "There are 3 reasons they broke up. Firstly, Aniston refused to have children. Secondly, Pitt was infatuated with Angelina Jolie. And finally, Aniston's obsession with her career." On his part, Brad Pitt always believed that Angelina was not the reason for his divorce. He also denied rumors of him and Angie being involved before his separation from Aniston. In the March 2005 issue of Marie Claire magazine, Angelina asserted, "Accepting a sexual relationship with a man who is in a family, how could I do that? My father once behaved like that with my mother, causing her lifelong pain, and I find it very hard to forgive." The war of words in the media between Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, and Angelina Jolie continued for many years. Millions of American readers believed that Brad Pitt divorced Aniston because she prioritized her career over children and family. However, Vanity Fair called this story a moralistic habit, when Brad Pitt used his wife's reluctance to have children as a reason for divorce court. A former employee of Brad Pitt commented, "Of course, Pitt slept with Jolie for most of the time before divorcing his wife, but he knew how to hide it. I don't know how the story will end, but I always wonder why Pitt decided to divorce." Responding to GQ magazine, Brad Pitt stated frankly, "Aniston not wanting children is just a part of this whole exaggerated story." When ABC correspondent Diane Sawyer asked him a similar question about the breakup, Pitt responded, "Those are absurd and completely fabricated questions." Nevertheless, the divorce was finalized on January 7, 2005. As of the current time, after many years, the 2 women certainly cannot sit together as friends. They also avoid each other when they cross paths at events. However, both Angelina and Jennifer limit discussions about each other in the media. In 2005, Jennifer criticized Brad Pitt a couple of times, expressing resentment for his lack of sensitivity, but she has never directly condemned Angelina for taking her man. When asked about the discord with Angelina, the Friends star shared, "I think everything is slowly coming to an end. We shouldn't mention those trivial, silly things anymore, but instead, spend time talking about our work." Moreover, Jennifer praised a war film directed by Angelina. Unbroken is a beautiful film, and she did a great job. The actress also revealed that she and her ex-husband, Brad Pitt, do not communicate regularly but always wish the best for each other. Meanwhile, Mr. and Mrs. Smith also held hands and supported each other through the ups and downs of their 10-year journey. In 2014, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt wrote a beautiful conclusion to their love story with a secret wedding in France. More importantly, Brad has always been by Angelina's side, facing the sinister cancer together. Angelina underwent a double mastectomy in February 2013 to prevent breast cancer. In March 2015, she also underwent surgery to remove her ovaries and fallopian tubes. Speaking about the challenging phase in her life, Angelina shared, "When the doctor called me, saying that the blood test results showed signs of early-stage cancer, I called my husband, who was in France at that time. He immediately boarded a plane within a few hours. In such a beautiful moment, you feel everything very clearly. You know what you live for and what truly matters. That is peace."